Okay, today is day 14 and the time has flown by. I spent the whole day trying to find a solution to create a kind of fillable web page with an application on the internet that doesn't require any programming. In principle, you can think of it as a construction kit for an internet application that is intelligent enough to work like an installed program. The solution I have been using all day today is called Bubble, and you can actually create very useful things without writing a single line of code. I can actually program, but there are a few other challenges to overcome when deploying internet applications. The first is the fact that you have to worry about things like security and hosting. The second story is that you have to adopt technology that may be obsolete in a year. This means that before I'm able to actually get a working application live, the underlying programming language might be outdated again, or some components might not be supported anymore. So before I start piecing together the best things from various individual components, I always first look to see if there is a solution that could achieve 80% of the required result in 20% of the otherwise required time. After all, good old Wilfredo Perito would do it that way too, right? The Bubble.io solution I looked at today is already very good, and you can do many things with very simple means. And to do that you don't even need a whole day. Otherwise, such developments often take weeks or even months. Today I was able to finish my first, admittedly very simple, web application, and I believe that I can use the solution for many executable templates that we need for our course to attract customers. Because we did a course ourselves some time ago and such helpful tools were provided there. Loved it, want to do it too. Donald Miller, by the way, also does this very well for his Story brand solution. In the past, you'd offer people something like an ebook to download or a template for a fillable PDF. Today, with intelligent workflows on the web, you're able to allow people to enter that data directly, and you can then download your own created and personalized result. How cool is that? On the one hand, this makes the results much more personal, and on the other hand, in order to create this personalized file, the potential customer has already answered some questions and performed some actions. So he has put some thought and time and effort into it. Now logically he wants the result. As a result, the file not only becomes more relevant, but because of the work already invested, the customer is also much more interested in taking the next logical step, even if it means putting money on the table for your solution. If you don't feel like dealing with a programmer and have a little basic knowledge, Bubble already allows you to develop quite good solutions without having to invest a lot of time or money. Of course, it's not for everyone, but it's a good approach to get something up and running relatively quickly that you can later provide to your own customers as a helpful tool. We will probably build something like this for my brother-in-law, for example for the floor space calculation of real estate. Depending on when you watch or listen to this content, you will probably already have seen one or two of these tools. In fact, we'll be using those as lead magnets. If you have any questions or suggestions about the content and the solution I use, feel free to send me an email. I always answer myself, and usually within 24 hours. That's it for today. Thanks for listening and see you in the next video.